Alrighty. Let's see about doing a review. And you know what? I think we are going to do a review on local brewery. Get the goblet out. Don't know if any of you have heard of, actually heard of Springhouse Brewing Company. Springhouse Brewing Company is a little it's a little brewing company right outside Lancaster. They consider it Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. But Springhouse is actually it's a really good place to go. A friend of mine turned me on to Springhouse maybe about a year ago. Timmy went out there. You can do some really good sampling. You can go out there and get your growlers filled. I actually have a growler from there, but right now it's got some lemonade in it, or it did have some lemonade in it. It's empty right now. But anyways, what we're going to do is we're going to do a review on 7 Gates Pale Ale. You can take a look at that. I don't know really if that turned up any or not, but anyways, 7 Gates Pale Ale, 5.6% ABV, brewed and bottled by the Springhouse Brewing Company, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. I haven't had one of these in quite some time. Actually, the 7 Gates, there's a story behind the 7 Gates, and what it is a kid growing up. There was supposed to be, I think, and if I get this wrong, I'm sure there's folks out there that might know the story a little bit better than me, but either way, there's the story goes there was an insane asylum, there we go, out in the woods of Lancaster County, south central Pennsylvania, and apparently back in the day it was an insane asylum. And it burnt down or something. Anyway, there was these gates that were out there that very not much had at all in that. Kind of disappointed myself on that pour, but set that guy right there, maybe. Do a little bit of adjustment here. There we go, folks. I don't know if that'll help any. Put it there. But anyways, story goes, you weren't supposed to go through these gates because bad things would happen, blah, blah, frickin' blah, whatever. But anyways, 7 Gates from Springhouse, I think actually Appalachian Mountain, I think, or Trogs is actually brewing this for them. It might actually say. But maybe not. I could have that wrong. I could have that wrong. Yeah, so I'd rather not misspeak, however you want to say it. But I just realized I popped that off and it was a twisty cap, so I won't be saving that bottle, but we'll be saving the label. Alright, we'll get into enough with the stories and whatnot about 7 Gates. It's an IPA. Let's go into some aromas. Now, my nose is kind of screwed up here today. We did 9 pork shoulders today. I just posted a video a little bit ago, and I've been drinking pretty much all day, so I figured I'd have this one last beer before I went to bed tonight and whatnot, because the last I saw, Penn State was getting their ass kicked by Alabama. I'm really not happy about that, but that's neither here nor there. Okay, well, there's some citrus notes to it right up front, grapefruity citrus. A little piney, earthy. I don't really get a whole lot of malts. But like I said, I'm not really giving it a true nose. But there are definitely a nice hop aroma to it. We're just going to jump in. Now this says pale ale. Now I made a mistake here on one of my other reviews on actually reviewing it as a pale ale, and it turns out it was actually an IPA. And that was actually the Longhammer. That was actually an IPA. This is not an IPA. And if it is an IPA, my taste buds are really off from all the drinking that I did today. But it does have some hops to it, don't get me wrong. I mean, if it'd be pale ales, I guess, to me, and like I said, you guys can tell me if I'm right, wrong, whatever. Pale ale to me is just a weak IPA. I don't know if I'm right, I don't know if I'm wrong. Let me know what you guys think. But that's kind of where I'm at. So I guess you do got to kind of rate them differently. IPA is going to really be, heavy on the hops, nose, aroma, I mean the whole 9 yards, and a pale ale is going to be more just bitter, to that, and a little bit on the hops, but not like, knocking you off your chair. It's not a bad beer. Malts are there. Malts are really predominant, actually. It's more on the malt side, and then the hops actually complement it. I'm liking this beer. When I first started, I'm kind of getting in the right mindset for it. When I started off, my mindset was more along the lines of an IPA. But if I'm looking at it as a pale ale, I'm liking the beer. It's okay. It's an easy beer to drink. It's going to go down good, even though I've had enough beer. I didn't really need to open another one, but hey. Who am I to argue with myself, right? Anyways, my taste buds are a little bit off, with all the apple wood smoke and everything that I had going on today, and the whole 9 yards. I'm probably really not doing this beer justice, but I felt like having one more before the end of the night, and might as well go with the local. It's good though. I'm not going to down it at all. I mean, there's really not much lacing to it. The head it's not overly carbonated, which is actually okay, because I don't like them when they're really carbonated and fizzy and whatnot. The head, what little head I had was less than a finger. I mean, but it's okay. Very piney. The hops are there. It's a malt. It's a good beer. Yeah, I'm not going to take anything away from it. 7 Gates is a pale ale done by Springhouse Brewing. You get a chance, look up the story. There's probably a story on the internet. You can probably pick it up, and it's a cool story. But I'm actually kind of buzzing right now, so I'm kind of rambling on. So we'll stick to a rating. Y'all know my rating. Thumbs down is awful. Thumbs across is actually okay beer. Thumbs up is a really good beer, at least by my standards. And most beers I give a thumbs up. I'm actually going to give this guy, about a little better than a half a thumb. I'd say it's about a 3/4 thumb. It's a good beer. It's really not knocking my socks off. It's decent. It's a good